Hey guys, Jen here with Serenity Hill Farmstead. Today is going to kick off my curriculum week for next year, for our 2021-2022 school year. That just sounds so weird to say every time I start a new year. This year is gonna be kind of special for me. I'm excited about it because after I do this curriculum haul for all 4 of my kids who are in 2nd, 4th, 5th, and junior, the only year I will not have a curriculum haul for is senior year, but we'll have that next year. So I'm going to put together a playlist. So if you go into the playlist tab in the main home screen of my channel, you'll be able to find curriculum reviews from so many different curriculum types. I think I've got life packs in there from way back when. Or at least I do talk about them. The Good and the Beautiful, of course, master books, teaching textbooks, Math UC. One year we even did Life of Fred. I even have some Apologia in there. I've got many different kinds of sciences. I've got Abeka in there, so many different things. So if you are looking for a different year that I'm not covering here, check out that playlist because odds are it's there. So this year, I changed some things up. My last curriculum hauls, you've heard, the last couple, you've heard me talk, if you were a regular here, you've heard me talk about a lot about the Good and the Beautiful. It has been a huge, huge blessing for my boys. My daughter, on the other hand, learns differently, and that's totally fine. So I've had to make a few adjustments with her, with language arts and math. So I'm gonna go over those. And again, for those who are just stopping by for the curriculum haul, the way I homeschool is I have 4 kids ranging from right now 6 to 15. And we do, for my oldest one, because he's high school, he's kind of does his own thing. We do a lot of our nature stuff all together. We always do it together. But for credit for the things that he needs for high school, I don't include the curriculum that I do with my littles with him. He is on a different track with that. He does different things. But like I said, I include him with some of the things we do together, like our nature studies. But my little ones, science, history, all of the, pretty much everything other than handwriting, reading, and language arts and math, they do all together, and I have a group studies video that will be at the end of this week. So you'll be able to see what I do for all of them together. For these individual years, I'm going to pretty much just be covering what I do with math, phonics, and handwriting, and enrichments that I use individually for them for whatever level they're at, or whatever developmental need or thing that we're working on. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with that. Okay, so for Evie, she has been doing, like I said, the Good and the Beautiful. I just found with her that I don't think there's gaps in it, and I think it's a good quality education. Like I said, for the language arts, I have one dyslexic child, one possibly dyslexic child. We don't know because he has severe ADHD, and that is a whole other story. And if you want to see that video, you can click that right there, and you can check that out when this is done. But that has been fantastic for my boys. For her, she just learns differently, and I found that when we went through everything, there was just not enough of some things, and she needed more in some other things. Without getting into that, I just found that I thought Master Books was going to be a better fit for her, and this is the Foundations Phonics, is actually grade 1. Now we did go ahead and start this, and I will be getting her the 2nd level to that, which I'm looking in the Master Books book. They get this, if you have not ordered Master Books, you get one of these with every single purchase, and I find it very, very handy. But she will just move on to the next level of their language lessons for a living education is what it's called. And their scope and sequence, I love this. Kind of gives you an overview of everything. I don't know, do I have notes? I usually write up in these like all over the place. And you can follow through and just go on to the next step. It goes by grade and by topic, by subject, or you can just do your own thing. We typically do our own thing. So I'm gonna work with this in her just because, and I'll show you. Let me show you what it's like. Okay, so our first lesson, it starts off, you can track their progress chart here. And then it starts you off, I really like this. Evie, do you like your new language arts? Yeah. Yeah, she likes it. So it gives you an activity sheet. Let me show you one with an actual activity sheet. Oh, there it is. There's a picture of it. Okay, so it gives you an activity sheet and you actually rip this sheet out. It's behind this one. We already did it, so it's not there. But you rip this out and it gives you the letter, and they color this letter. This is the way I do it anyway, while we're reading all of this and going over it. And when it tells me to like pause and close your eyes and turn on your imagination and things like that, which I think is really fun, then I just tell her to stop coloring for a minute. Usually she does one of these. Don't you? You sneak. It does give you a little bit of prep in the beginning of the book. It tells you what materials you're gonna need for each week. It's everything, I mean everything that I've looked at in here is stuff that I have sitting around my house. Everything. All 18 weeks, I have all of this stuff that I just keep on hand in my house at all times. So that's awesome. And then in all Masterbook books, you have your kind of planning schedule thing here. You can go through and you can rip this out. You can put it in your planner, your daily schedule, suggested daily schedule. I don't follow that either. But if you are a big planner and you want to know what you're doing on what day for what, this is good to have. At one point in time, I did do that, and I used to pull this stuff out and I would just keep it in my planner, which is a 3-ring binder kind of planner, and I could just check off. Okay, there's gonna be running back and forth, lots of it, because they were outside, and now they're not. So, yeah, I just felt like this did a better job of, for her anyway, just of kind of taking all those skills and everything that she learned in phonics and applying it in activities and things. So we're gonna try this. And then if she flies through it and doesn't even need half of it, fine, great, awesome. We'll move on to the next level. If at some point in time I feel like not Masterbooks, The Good and the Beautiful is gonna be a better fit for her, I have no problem going back. And also The Good and the Beautiful, if you're not super familiar with them, the first, I believe it's 5 lessons, you can print off for free. Or you can still make the purchase and just get all the stuff that's already done and put together for you, which is the way I like it, because man, color ink is so expensive, and the binding and all of that. I just like to get the package in the mail too. But that's always an option too. And if you do use The Good and the Beautiful, make sure you follow their assessment. I always suggest that if you're starting a new curriculum, you make sure you follow what the assessment says for the curriculum, the company, whatever that you're using, because their approaches to teaching are different. Even if they're teaching the same thing, you don't want to have any holes in learning. So if it says start on level 2, but your kid, is in 3rd grade, don't go with 3rd grade level just because they're in 3rd grade level. Go with what the assessment says. Always take the assessment. So moving on for Evie for math, for 2nd grade math, I'm switching her to Masterbooks. Again, she was doing The Good and the Beautiful. Their math curriculum, The Good and the Beautiful, is, it really is a beautiful curriculum, especially for the younger levels and all the manipulatives you get within everything. But it is very pricey, and I'm homeschooling 4 children on a budget, and I cannot spend $500 per child on all the curriculum and all the bells and whistles and all of the fancy things for every single kid. I can't do it. So I wanted something a little more budget friendly and something that I could move through way quicker with her, because I have some special needs children. We have several special needs actually in our house, and holding attention is a challenge with several of those children. So if we can get through something quick and it's engaging and interesting and we can move through it and we can still get everything done that needs to be done, that's a winner in my book. And if it is friendly with my budget, yeah, we're going for that. So I went with Masterbooks for this. Now, something also that I really like about Masterbooks is they're Charlotte Mason-y. They're very in nature, outdoors, things like that. So are we. And I really liked that we are not technically Charlotte Mason homeschoolers. We are what I like to call homestead homeschoolers. We learn a lot from just our daily lives. But for the things that we have to teach from a book, I like how they kind of have a nature-y twist on math. This is fun for her. So looking through math, this is again level 1, Lessons for a Living Education, Masterbooks. And this we started, it is very much easy in the beginning here, and this is way under where she's at, but we're just gonna go through it because it's good practice, and there's a lot of copy work in here. There's some strategy stuff, some puzzles, some critical thinking. I guess the smart thing would be to just go to the scope and sequence here at the beginning. So there's the scope and sequence. Is that even focused? You love this? You love this math?
I love it.
You love it. She loves this math. Do you like it because of the farm animals? Yeah, that's why she likes it. For handwriting, we're gonna use Handwriting Without Tears. It's what I use every year. It is very affordable. I get it on Amazon. I've never had a problem getting it. It's nice and easy, and then we just follow. When we're done with one book, we move on to the next one. And I don't really schedule that a certain way. We just kind of work in it when we work in it. I do it a few days a week. And you know, with these curriculums that she's doing, there's handwriting inside of it too. She's doing something pretty much every day with it. So I'm not in a huge rush to hurry up and get that. So like I said, she's already started in these books. She did that because I don't see a point to waiting, just because, you know, it's April, it's coming close to the end of the year. We're year-round homeschoolers anyway. If we need to take a break, we take a break. We want to take a break, we take a break. And we kind of homeschool around our lives instead of making our lives revolve around homeschooling. So it's the beauty of homeschool flexibility, right? So there's a couple more things that I'm adding for her. These two games I actually had on my haul for last year that I found at Aldi, and I've seen them a couple times, so keep your eye out if it's something you're interested in. We just keep working with them, and they're just good practice. This mathematics lab game, it's got the boards. I think there's 4 boards in here, and the little, what are these, pogs, I think they're called, and they just pop out. They're real heavy duty. The box is rather beaten up, but the game pieces are in good shape. And then this one I got from Aldi also. Let's do this one, better picture. The spelling bee one, she'll pop her little pog out, and then she'll say the letter, the sound it makes, the sound it makes in the word. There's little pictures, can you see that? So if they can't get that, they can at least see the picture and that it's cat, and you can go, okay, well let's sound out cat, cat. And we can get that practice in that way. So she'll say the letter, then she'll say the sound of it in there, and then she can sign the word cat, and then she can sign the letter that she pulled. So that's how we get sign language practice in there too with that. So we really like those games. And then I have got what we refer to as our sensory basket. I have a lot of different tools and toys in here. Thinking Putty. This is lifesaver if you have wiggly children, ADHD or not. We have ADHDers in our house, a couple of them, and me too. So I use this stuff too. This Thinking Putty, I will warn you, anything metallic, if it hits your carpet, it's staying there forever. So metallic is very, very, it sticks to things. So I would not recommend getting the metallic one, but this is not the metallic one. Where's the metallic one? This is the electric blue one. This one's great. There's a metallic one. It's kind of gooey if it's not, there it is. Yeah, this is the Quicksilver one. Anything that's this, yeah, see how gooey that is? Yeah, if this hits your carpet, you're not getting it back out. We used to have a carpet underneath our table. We don't anymore. Yeah, I mean, the kids like it, especially for those with like sensory needs. I have one, we'll get to all that, but one with sensory processing disorder and motor function, small, fine motor function is something that we had to work on for years. And there's different textures. See, now I'm just sitting here playing. There's different textures and strengths to it, so it's really good for hand strength, really good for pre-handwriting skills to build that hand strength. So we have a few of these. This is therapy grade, Putty. What else? We've got a bunch of fidget toys in there. I find this is very important for these younger grades to have kind of baskets of these. This kind of stuff on hand. I just keep it on my table. I've got like this little Lazy Susan that the camera's actually on right here. And we keep that. This is a Tic-Tac-Toe game. We're missing a piece. But I think how we're doing this is that you have to get at least 2 in a row, and then you can block each other all the way across. So, but there's that one. And then this is a, woo, this is a puzzle game. So you can do it on top, or you can do it in here. Let's see if I can do this without popping it. Okay, so it's a puzzle game. And then all of these come out. And there's all these different things that you can make in here. And then you can get down into these, and these are the 3D ones. So we use this, you know, she'll play it, you know, 1st, 2nd grade. She'll play it, and she just likes to match up when she first started, there we go, the main one's in here, and she would just match this to that. Ooh, if we can get it the same way without dumping it over. No, I had it right, like that. She just likes to match it up with that. And then as she would get older and a little more experienced with it, she can do a little more of the challenging problem solving ones. So this is a fun one. And I just got these games from Walmart. You can get them on Amazon. I'll put these links down below too. So I'm always on the lookout for game schooling kinds of things because we love to learn that way. It's a lot of fun and it's really good for those days where, you know, maybe this kind of stuff is just really, really hard. And maybe we'll do half a lesson or a portion of a lesson. We'll set a small goal, meet that goal, move on with it, and we can do something from our fun basket or from our homeschool cabinet, which I have other games and things there. So that is it for second grade. For all the group studies, she does do more than just these few things that I mentioned here. We're doing science, history, apologetics, nature studies, things like that. So if you want to see that haul, hang on for a few more days and we'll have that video up. If you are interested in seeing that video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell next to it so you can get notified when I put that video out, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.